welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Louise. This is take about 12 or something because I'm overthinking things and I keep stopping because I feel like I'm saying too much. But my channel is known for the fact that I talk a lot and talk rubbish sometimes, or quite a lot, depends on your opinion I guess. My channel is mainly a haul Saturdays at 5 o'clock. I do upload different things that are going on depending on what's happening in my life at the time. It totally random, could be anything. There's no point in me going into a list. It literally could be anything, depends what's going on. Today is clearly an update on things. I have no idea what I would have called this by now because I don't know what to call it. So if you saw my video last Wednesday, I told you about what's going on, so I thought I would update because I know people, well, I mean, I wouldn't like to watch a vlog and find out what's going on with somebody and then not find out what else is happening type thing, so I thought I would update you. Things have got pretty bad. I mean, things were bad anyway, and you know when you think things can't get much worse, things that seem to be getting worse. I'm doing pretty well. I'm actually speaking without crying. It turns out now that I can't have a conversation with another human being in front of me about anything without crying. Doesn't have to be related to anything to do with me. I've cried in front of my boss, like my boss, because we was talking about work. Like, I literally have been crying at everything. Can't explain a lot of what's going on in my head anymore because it's so, I'm finding it hard to locate words as well in my brain. They're in there. Everything's so jumbled. I mean, things are jumbled normally. See, this is why it's so hard. You know, I have fibro. Things are jumbled for fibro. People that got fibro struggle generally. I mean, if you watch my vlogs or my videos or my hauls, you'll see that there's lots of times I'll say the wrong word and you'll get this red word flash up somewhere because clearly I realised in editing I got it wrong. But I'm finding it hard to explain how I'm feeling about anything because I'm not, what's the word? Heating. I haven't had heating on for ages. Look, it looks like I'm really warm, but actually my hands are freezing cold. I don't know why I did that. I told you I talk rubbish. So yeah, I'm not confident of my own feelings. I'm not even trusting my own feelings anymore. So things have got to a point. So last week I had a consultation for the following day. So I had the consultation, this was with a company that was recommended to me. Didn't go well. So I had the consultation. At the end of it was a 45-minute chat on the phone. She said, oh, you have a low mood. No shit. Like, literally, she could have answered the phone and said, what's the matter? And I could have told her that. I think it's a little bit more than a low mood, but okay, we'll go with that. What are you going to suggest next? So she said to me that she will speak to her boss, which standard, make sure that she's going to recommend the right things, and I will get an email in 2 weeks. So, yeah. When you're as low as you are anyway, and you're not somebody that reaches out, the fact that I'd already reached out, everything seems like a slap in the face. That felt like a slap in the face. It's like, I need help now, not weeks and weeks away, but you're going to send me an email to suggest something in 2 weeks. So we'll give that a rest. Leave that for a minute. Went into work following day, Friday that would have been, wouldn't it? Had a bit of a meltdown with it gets confusing. Our workplace has just changed all their roles of, you know, back in the day it used to be my level and then supervisors and then managers and then managers or whatever, but now it's all changed. They've all got different words and it gets confusing. So anyway, she's above me. She's absolutely lovely. She supported me so much. There's some things I've realised, I think that I don't take it very well when people go out of their way to genuinely help me. because it doesn't happen that often. It's usually you get trampled on in life, my experience clearly, and I find it really hard to accept it when people are genuinely caring for me, and she's been so supportive. So we had a long chat, and I had mentioned about work, offering, they do something within the workplace. So it's like a company that my workplace refers you to this company that's it's sort of to do with them, but it's not. I don't know how to explain it. So anything that happens with this other part of the company, my bosses and that, they would not find out. It's all confidential. So I did a self-referral with them. Can't remember my timeline, maybe Monday I think, and they said that I would get a phone call within 72 hours. So would it be Monday? No, whatever day, it's irrelevant. We're on Thursday now anyway. I had a phone call yesterday from them, a lovely lady. We had like a consultation, I guess. She said that she thinks talking therapy would be good, which I agree with, and she said because it being Easter that I will get a message from them next week with some like, because she's got to look into the area I'm at, what's the best options for me to get to, or because I wanted a face-to-face if possible, but clearly, you know, I'll take anything. But if I think face-to-face would be better. Sorry, I got distracted. Somebody walked past that poxy window again and it literally makes my brain go dead. Yeah, so I wasn't expecting anything till next week, but I actually got a phone call later on in the day from a man. It was actually like 9:15, I was in bed. Thank God I answered it, because a lot of the time you just think it's one of them scam calls, you know, like selling you something or you've been in an accident, but it wasn't. And he did a sort of consultation with me on the phone, which I don't know if he was supposed to do that or not, but it was like a freebie, I guess. We went through everything, and it sounds like he's spot on with what I want. It sounds like, obviously I won't know yet. So he's offered me a Skype session, because that's the only way you can do it, is Skype. Our first one's gonna be on Tuesday. We're gonna have 6 sessions because the company only offers 6. He says it doesn't sound like much, but it depends on what's going on. He said for most people that would be enough. He agrees with me that what's happened with the dogs has triggered a lot of other things, and I've been picking up a lot of the things that I didn't realise I was like. I think a lot of, I guess you could call them traumas from my childhood, has shaped the way I am, I guess, the way I cut off from people, and I've always thought that I'm very strong emotionally and I control my feelings to an extent. And now I'm starting to think maybe that wasn't the right way to go, and that's why this is all happening now. So I think we've got, we're going to work on the grief part of things first, and then if we need to, which he said it sounds like we're probably going to have to go into some other things, which I'm not going to talk about those things because I'm not comfortable talking about them right now. Possibly in the future, but I need to sort out what's going on in my head, because, you know, realistically, this is YouTube, this is not real life, and some things shouldn't be out in YouTube land. Even though I'm going to be very honest about things, if there's things I don't want to talk about, then I'll just say that. But right now I need to sort out what's going on in my head to explain anything of that, if I'm going to go into that. But where we're standing right now as well is the lady at work. So it turns out a lot of people at work have now found out, like, because of the fact that when I've been speaking to them, I'm crying. So I'm just having to say to them, I'm sorry, I'm going through some stuff and I just can't control it. You've got to ignore the tears because I can't control it. And they're all like, you know, I'm getting lots of cuddles and they're all really supportive. Don't know why I thought they wouldn't be, but they're all being really supportive. And see, this is frustrating. Eternally, a lot of people have been going through this sort of thing. You don't really realise how many people suffer emotionally, because it's just, even though we've come so far in society and stuff, and it's not supposed to be taboo, and, you know, people still don't talk about it. Even me, like, it's, when I'm talking to these people and they're saying they've gone through it, I'm still feeling that sort of shame, and not necessary, because even they're saying to me, like, I've been through it, I understand, and I'm here for you if you need anything. Even my boss said that. You need a minute, you want to come in the office, we'll shut the door, we'll have a chat, it doesn't matter what it's about. But I cannot express the gratitude to my company as a company to offer the help anyway, because clearly I'm not getting any help trying to do it myself. I'm getting dead ends constantly, which is really bad, because it's pretty much at that point, unless you're going to do something, you're threatening to do something to yourself, it's okay, well, you just have to wait. But a lot of people can't wait. We need the help now. And I know that's really easy for me to say, because, you know, there's a lot of, you know, not enough people and the pay, and I understand all that part of it. But when you're going through it, you can't think of anything else but what you're going through. So I can never thank my company enough. And it's more than just my company as a whole offering the help. It's my work colleagues. I've got such amazing work colleagues, and none of them know how much they mean to me, because they don't know about my YouTube channel. How weird is this? Told you I was going to be all over the place. So right now, yeah, somebody said that they recommend that I go on some tablets, that I contact my GP and get on some tablets, just to try and level me out a little bit, which I didn't want to do, because I feel like I need to have these emotions for when I do the therapy, because I need to feel it. I don't want it masked. So I have the tablets. Now, even the tablets was a joke. So I went straight down to my doctor's surgery from work. I was there at 9:30. There was a reason why I know the exact time. I was there at 9:30 in the morning, because our doctor's surgery don't take phone. You can't phone and ask for a appointment. It's supposed to be done online, and they haven't figured out online a lot of things. You can't actually access it. It's a joke, seriously. My surgery is a joke. So I went in, and the reason I know it was 9:30 is there was a woman in front of me, and they were trying to say to her, your appointment was at 9:10, you've just turned up at 9:30, you've been marked down as not turning up. We can't open that up now, you can't have that appointment. So they offered her a 10:10 appointment. It's weird how I remember these numbers. And then I went up to the desk, and the first thing he says, oh no, we haven't got an appointment. And it annoyed me, because she literally just wasted an appointment. And she had no reason. She just said, oh yeah, I was just busy. People, seriously, so frustrating. So then he suddenly said to me, oh no, hang on a minute, there's a phone call appointment. I said, yep, I'll take anything. And I said, so, you know, what's the time? Is it going to be like morning, the afternoon? Just, I need a time frame, so I know, you know, have your phone with, make sure it's charged, that type of thing. He said, oh, I don't know, it'll be sometime today. You know, like, if I had work or something, you can't have your phone with you. You need to have a time frame, so you can at least say to your boss, okay, between that time and that time, if my phone rings, I need to have it with me, or whatever it is. So anyway, 12:30, I got a message saying, can you give us a bit more information? So you got a box, and you know, one of them where you have a certain amount of letters, like every time you type it, it counts down. So I couldn't fit a lot in it. Sent it, thinking, okay, she's getting ready, she'll be phoning me soon. It was an hour and a half, so what does that mean, 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock, I got a message saying there's a prescription waiting at your doctor's surgery, at the pharmacist. Didn't speak to me. Frustrating or what? Like, so frustrating. So I messaged back, because the tablet she gave me is the one that I was on last year that I had to stop taking because it wasn't working anymore. I was back to square one, crying all the time and everything, and they wouldn't adjust my tablets. They wouldn't have any conversation with me, so I stopped taking them because there was no point in me paying, because these prescriptions are expensive, and with antidepressants they only give you 1 month's supply at a time, because if you get worse, clearly you could do something. So I messaged back straight away, and I said, you know, I explained all that, and I got a message back at about 6 o'clock saying, your prescription is at the pharmacy, just take the dosage I gave you and up it in 10 days. So I was supposed to have a phone conversation. I was expecting to speak to a human being. Frustrating. I'm going to take the tablets. I don't want to take the tablets now, knowing that my appointment's on Tuesday. I'm in an R-ing with it, honestly. It's, don't know if I'm going to say this right, sertraline or sertraline. Sertraline? Probably, it's got an E on the end, doesn't it? I don't know what to do. Should I take them? It'd be nice to have a conversation with another human being without crying, but I need to feel my feelings for the therapy to work, don't I? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Comment down below and let me know if you've got experience with it. What would you suggest? I know there's no one size fits all type answer. I keep looking over because they're there. So yeah, that's where we're at. So the good news is I do have some therapy coming on Tuesday. I've never had a talking therapy like this. He actually said to me, have you ever had a therapy? And it was really weird because straight away I said no, and then yes, I did. When my daughter passed, I had therapy for a year. It was different. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, so I've never had this type of therapy. This is really going to be about me and my feelings and not about somebody else. That didn't come out the way you probably would have taken that. It wasn't, my therapy before ended up being not about my daughter. It was about her dad. So it was a whole waste of time. So yeah, we have therapy, we have tablets. I haven't officially taken them yet. It would be what? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 5 days. So it wouldn't really have taken effect, would it? I think it doesn't take effect. You have to have a build up, and it says maybe a week or two, but full effect is 4 to 6 weeks. That's what I've read. See, I don't know what to do. Clearly, because I keep saying I don't know what to do. So you're updated. I actually didn't cry that much. That wasn't that bad. I'm quite impressed with myself. It's taken me a long time today to get the whatever it is up to actually do this video, which is stupid. No, it's not stupid. I have to stop saying this to myself. So there's a whole other bit I was going to put on the end of this, but I've actually been recorded for 17 minutes. I am not going to edit this again because I feel if I edit these type of videos, unless it's just like, you know, I don't say anything for 5 minutes, then clearly I'd have to edit that out because it's pointless. But when I ramble and my mind goes from thing to thing, I think all that's relevant. If you're going through something, you need to see it from somebody else. You know, this is such a... From talking with people at work, I've realised how much people suffer and don't say anything. And nobody talks about it. If you're going through it, people don't really talk about it. But to see that somebody else is going through it, if you're going through it, it's either going to help give you ideas of maybe what to try to do or what not to try and do, or maybe make you not feel so alone. I mean, if these videos with all their rubbishy bits in between that make not a lot of sense, if it gets somebody just to think, you know what, I'm going to reach out, I'm going to try. You know, what I've done so far, I've done what, 2 referrals online, spoken to 2 different people as like the consultation part, finally got 1 therapy session. Before, if it wasn't through my work, I don't think I would have any therapy right now. I've made an appointment, I went and spoke to the doctor. Those things that I didn't just get up and go and do them, and it was really easy. I don't want anyone to think, well, that's all right for her because she could do it. It was really, really hard for me to do it. You know, I sat with the screen in front of me and on the computer. I had to fill a survey out initially. I sat with the screen open on it for so long, finally filled the survey out, but I didn't press send on it. It sat there for, I mean, I finished one of the surveys in the morning. It sat there till the evening before I could even press that button send, because I just couldn't do it. It was all those what if I've done it wrong, what if I really don't need this, what if I'm exaggerating, what if they're not going to take me seriously. It took a lot just to press that one button at the end. Going to the doctor's was a completely different thing for me. That day I literally could not stop crying through my entire shift. I hid in the corner for most of it and did things out in the corner where people couldn't see it, because a lot of people know, but a lot of it is the higher like, as in more management, and you know, they're not going to say anything to anybody else. There's a couple of people that know, I've mentioned before. I don't want everybody knowing. The management know, they need to know. You know, clearly it's affecting me work-wise, because some people have picked up on it before I said anything. That's what ended up them finding out. So that was a really, really low day, and I literally just started walking. There was no thought process in it, and it was one of them where I got into the surgery and stood there and I thought, shit, now what have I got to do? Like I do. And even when the receptionist, he said to me, what do you want the appointment for? I don't want to tell you. Like, there's people behind, it's none of your business. So I said, it's just emotional stuff. And he said, what do you mean? I said, just emotional issues. And he laughed, which was rude. Really rude. See, my experience with medical people has always been negative. I've never had, not never, the majority of my experiences have been negative. That's why I have a negative view. I know there's a lot of lovely people out there, and I find that my better experiences are usually with nurses. Nurses tend to be way more, they're there for the right reasons rather than they're just there for their pay or they can't be bothered or whatever. Nurses, they get put on upon way too much as well. I mean, they end up doing most of the doctor's jobs as well. Again, I just went off on a tangent, didn't I? So yeah, if by me just talking this rubbish, not editing any of this rubbish out, maybe that'll sort of help people understand it. That's what's going on in your head, and that's normal. Doesn't make you feel any better knowing those things are normal. I mean, that's what people keep saying, it's normal. So it feels like it's belittling your feelings because of where you're at. Does that make sense? And you will get through it. It's another thing you hear of a lot. But when you're in it, there's no way you can think of getting through it. It just feels like there's no way out. But the people that have spoken to me at work specifically have said it that way as well, because they've been through things too. That's what I mean. I've spoken to so many different people, and a lot of people said, you know, they've been through a little bit, they've been through a lot. Some people don't really, you know, I don't know if they've been through it. I know that cuddles seem to be a thing. When you cry, people just want to cuddle you. I've had so many cuddles. I'm okay with accepting cuddles now. It was something I had to train myself to accept, but I'm okay with that now, which is lucky at the moment. So that's it, you're up to date. We're not, I'm at home and I'm speaking to you, but I have a camera in front of me, don't I? So I think that's why it's easier for me to speak. Not as much of a blubbering mess right now. I've had quite a few tears today already because I went to work. Literally, when I go to work, it means I'm going to cry a number of times because it's the only time I really interact with human beings. Corey's noticed quite a lot as well because he came back from work yesterday. There's some intimate interactions. Corey, clearly he's going to see what's going on. He's going to pick up on different things. He brought a email from his work and said about they have some sort of something where you can get therapy or something like I'm assuming it's like my workplace. I don't know if all workplaces do it. And he said there's an email there, like maybe we can try and get something through them. So he's obviously worried enough to mention something at work. And he's even said to me, Mum, just quit work, stop doing it. I think he thinks that work is causing a lot of things as well, because he doesn't understand it, because I'm not going to tell him a lot of things, and he doesn't watch my YouTube channel. But he literally said, just quit work, I'll support us, you can go to college, or you can find a different type of job, something, you know, look around, or, you know, because he said, oh, you do photography, you like that sort of thing, why don't you find a course at college, I'll support us, I'll pay the bills, and I think he really thought I was going to quit because it was a bad day that day, and I said I really desperately did not want to go in. And like anybody that knows me knows I go into work no matter what. You know, the day my mum passed, I went to work the following day. When my nan passed, I went to work straight after her funeral. I didn't go to the after event. I don't take time off work. You know, I've gone into work when I've been throwing up. I'll go upstairs, throw up and come down. So something just happened with my camera and it went off. the timer went red, which I've never seen before, and then it just turned off. So there will be an edit. I'm going to put unedited in the title, so when you get to this bit you'll know what I mean. I'm not going to watch the previous 24 minutes and whatever seconds it was before it went off. My mind has gone completely blank. I literally went over and clicked it back on and hoped it would go on. I thought maybe the storage thingy, little card, SD card was full, but clearly not, because it's still ticking away. So the only edit is going to be at this point, where I'm just going to check where I like cut it off at the right point and then reconnect. I'm not going to watch any more of the video. I hope this has hit somebody somewhere, helped somebody out. That's the reason that my channel is even here. I clearly enjoy doing YouTube anyway. Talking to you helps me. I'm hoping by me talking to you it will help one of you out there as well, because that would make it all worth it. Me spilling my guts to thousands of people hopefully will help somebody, encourage somebody to reach out. Honestly, it has been very, very hard for me to reach out and let people know I actually do need help. Sometimes you have to do it, and you're going to hit dead ends, but at some point you've got to hit something. It's taken me lots and lots of dead ends before I've got one therapy session, which I've not even had yet, and I'm already getting sort of hopeful that maybe we can get through this, that this therapist is going to help me get through this. Trying not to get too hopeful, because I've been let down before. Now my battery's flashing, so I think this is a hint. It's the universe. Shut up, Louise, let's go. So I am sending out good vibes, as good as I can send out to you. I hope some of you are catching them and this has helped somebody somewhere, and I will see you on Saturday for the haul. Bye.